Hello, everybody. It is Kate here from Hello Funnels, and welcome to Doing It Online podcast. Today, we're going to take you for a little behind the scenes tour of life here at our virtual Hello Funnels HQ. We're going to walk you through what a week in the life of the Hello Funnels team looks like, and hopefully give you some inspiration about different ways that maybe you can structure your own work, your own team, your own systems to help you to have a more productive and just enjoyable work week. So let's dive on in. Guys, so as I mentioned, this episode is a little bit of a Big Brother style episode. No, I was not organized enough to get someone to come and follow me around for a week. That sounds kind of like hell to me, but we are going to walk you through some of our key systems, our key processes, and what it really does look like. As I said, a week in the life of Hello Funnels and the Hello Funnels team. So, first of all, caveat, pretty much everyone on our team, not everybody, but majority of our team are mums. So, and majority of the team, including myself, only work part-time. So we have a very virtual, and also, so another caveat, no one lives within, like 1,000 kilometers of each other. So we're all in different states, if not countries. And so everything is very virtual. But also deliberately, everything is very flexible because, anyone who's listening who has children, particularly small children, understands that that is just the way that it has to be. And I kind of love that we've been able to do that, not just for my own, for myself, but also for our team as well. So we have pretty much everyone on the team is sort of able to roughly set their own hours and work when works best for them. But a couple of times throughout the week where we have meetings or where it just makes sense for us to be online at the same time if we're needing to communicate or have feedback on different things. The other thing is, because we do all work remotely, is that Slack is very much basically our virtual co-working space. We do all of our communications in Slack. There are no emails from the team to each other. We use ClickUp for our sort of task management system, which does have comments and whatnot, but we found that the notifications got a little out of control. We love Slack. We use Slack for our client community as well. So it just made sense to use it for our team. And I think it works really well. It also means that we can actually have our team meetings inside Slack huddles. And, this is not an ad for Slack, by the way, but just kind of gives you an idea of how we work. Once a week, we have our weekly emoji check-in where everybody has to put up 3 emojis which all have different meanings. One is, let's just know sort of what their workload is like. So whether they've got, free capacity or it's just crazy and they might need some help. The other one is, do they have everything they need for that week to be able to do their tasks? And the final one is, kind of like free form, just one that sort of like is a little bit of an update on what's been happening with them, how they're feeling. And usually that sparks a little bit of conversation as well. Like someone might say that they're sick, or someone might post something really random, like a cat dancing, and then everyone's like, oh, what does that mean? What are you up to? And, I just find for us and for myself as a manager of a team, it's a very, very simple little mechanism that we've been able to add in. But I find, I don't know if this is true of the team. I probably should ask them, but I feel that, being able to put in an emoji to say, hey, I've got too much on my plate is much easier than actually putting your hand up and saying, hey, I've got too much on my plate. And so it just kind of takes a bit of the pressure off, and it just allows the team to be able to communicate like that quite easily and without having to feel like, there's anything negative about, letting us know these things. So that's been really great for us. And we do that sort of once a week at the start of the week. Now, for myself, before I dive into like a day by day kind of breakdown, there's 3 things that I do absolutely every morning. It's the very first thing that I do as soon as I log in. I normally grab my coffee, sit down, and this is what I try and get done first thing, just to sort of set me up for the day. The very first thing I always do is go into our client community and go through and answer all the questions in there, because I want to make sure that people aren't waiting. Also, because early in the morning is often still like evening for a lot of our clients, if they're in other parts of the world, it does give them a chance to then jump on and have a follow-up question if they need to while we're on the same time zone. So I always try and do that as early in the morning as I can. Then I jump into the team Slack and again, just go through if anyone's posted anything that I need to look at, or they've asked any questions, or they need a log, or, whatever it is, just make sure that everybody has everything that they need for the day. And then the final thing that I always do is I check our rolling sort of 7-day dashboard, which we've got set up in Segmetrics. And that just really gives me a good idea of how we're tracking on our really important, goals and metrics. And that's kind of like a little just health check for me for the business. Now, I actually set that up to be something I looked at weekly, but I'm a bit obsessed with it. So I check it every day. Now I'm going to go through the week and how that kind of looks for me. So for me personally, I love to be able to block out big chunks of time to be able to do big chunky projects. Like I don't work well when I'm jumping in and out of meetings, or I've got multiple things that I kind of have to do through a day. I work really well if I can sit down and go, I'm just going to be really laser focused on this thing. And that's the part of the job that I really love, the part of running business. I love sort of working in those meatier projects. So for me, Mondays and Tuesdays, I have no meetings unless it's absolutely have to. And that is my project work time. And the way that it's worked out, if I probably sat down and designed my week, I probably wouldn't have put that first. I probably would have put like meetings and whatnot first, but actually it works so well for me to come in after a weekend, fresh brain, all feeling creative and excited, and being able to really put like my best time and energy into those bigger tasks before you sort of get derailed with the other minutiae of a business. So that works brilliantly for me. And those days, guys, as I mentioned, they are in, kinder hours. Like that's not a full long day. And usually I eat my lunch at my desk. I sit down, I get it done. I barely move other than for, bathroom breaks. So that's like that. I can be a very, very laser focused person when I want to. On Wednesdays is all of my meetings, all of my calls, pretty much back to back. Got client calls, team meetings, and then they go through to probably from about 8:30 through to about 1. I'll have lunch, and then I leave that afternoon free for if there's, any other meetings that I need to jump into or need to organize, maybe with freelancers or contractors or something like that, or just for catching up on things that maybe I haven't had a chance to look into because I have been in that sort of laser focused project mode on the Monday and Tuesday. Then Thursdays is actually a short day for me, and it's my last day of the week. And usually after working so intensely for those other 3 days, the creativity's gone a little awry. And so end of the week tasks for me, admin kind of things, proofreading stuff, although I'm the sense check proofreader, not the proofreader. That's someone else on my team. But, reading through copy, giving feedback, again, making sure everything is set up for everyone to be able to do what they need to do at the start of next week. And then Fridays I have off with my son. So the only things that I do on the Friday is I still jump in the morning while I'm having my coffee and go through and check the client and my team Slack. Again, just make sure everybody has exactly what they need. And that's pretty much it. And then Saturdays and Sundays, I try and stay away from my laptop as much as I can. I am a bit addicted to it. It does come back. But that's our week. That's my week. That's our structure. And that sort of works really well for us. Obviously, everybody's business is different. If you've got an amazing structure or any awesome productivity hack, I would love to hear it. Pop it below if you're watching this on YouTube, or DM us over at Hello Funnels. Let us know. Otherwise, I hope this has been useful. I hope it's given you some ideas around how you could potentially structure and block out your own weeks to make the most of the way that you best work and to be able to be more productive and find more enjoyment, I think, as well as important in how you are able to do the work that you do for your business. But otherwise, guys, have an amazing week. I will see you next week. Well, you'll see me. And keep doing what you do. Bye.